on behalf of your staff, I want to beg you, please stop. Your behavior may be making work-life balance, that idea of enjoying work, it may be making it absolutely incredibly hard for yourself, but more importantly, for the people that work with you. Welcome to the channel, Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help you become a more confident leader, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. We need to have a talk because the behaviors that you display may be really upsetting your staff. And I'm not talking about the woe is me. I'm talking about the screw this guy. And that's not a work environment we're creating. The first behavior that your staff absolutely hates is they hate it when you play favorites. Now, let's have some real talk. I get it. You're going to have your favorites. You're going to have your go-to people. I find that incredibly narrow-sighted to say that you will not have that. But you want to be doing your absolute best not to let it show. You want to make sure that your favorites are also getting some of the crap jobs. You want to make sure that some of the people that aren't your favorites are being treated fairly and are given fair opportunities as well. Again, we're human. We will make mistakes. We will have our favorites, and sometimes it will show, but make sure that those times are far and few between. Don't be inviting your buddy to sit in the office all day, shoot the shit about nothing, gets the same pay as everybody else, and expect that your work environment will be normal. Expect that your work environment will be friendly. It won't. They're going to resent you. They're going to resent your friend, and they're just going to be miserable. So make sure you are not playing favorites. The next thing that your staff wants you to stop is these informal threats of firing somebody. I remember working in the restaurants, and it was very common for some managers to say, listen, if you don't want to work here, just leave. I have no problem with that. And though that is genuinely your thought, it's not fair to say. If you're not ready to get rid of them, don't threaten that you're going to get rid of them. And if you are ready to get rid of them, make sure you have your documentation and do that. These little subtle threats of, we don't need you, or you're lucky to have this job, or you keep that up, you're on your way out. That does nothing to build up the team. That does nothing to add value to the job you're doing. So don't be saying these little informal threats unless you're ready to back it up. And if you're ready to back it up, don't say it, just do it. It's painful for all involved, so just rip the Band-Aid and make it move forward. This one is one of the difficult things about being a manager because it puts you in a different position. But your staff really doesn't like it when you hit on them. I know this may sound weird because you're charming. You've got the moves. Keep it for home. Keep it for the club. Keep it for the library. Wherever you're picking up, whatever you're picking up, try to keep it away from work. It just makes things uncomfortable because here's the dynamic. You're the boss, you're hitting, you're flirting, you're having fun with an employee who doesn't like it. Now there's an opportunity for somebody to get into some big trouble. Now there's an opportunity for there to be an awkward situation where you're making a friendly request and they see that as a threatening move. They see that as a very uncomfortable position. And now, how do they deal with it? How do they deal with you? So let's try to stop hitting on your staff. The next thing, and we've talked about this plenty of times, but the next thing that your staff, they just want you to stop doing, stop taking credit for their work. If they have a great idea, don't bring it up in a meeting as if it's your own concoction. It's something that you created out of that big old head of yours. Maybe I'm projecting here, but don't take credit for their ideas. Give your team the credit they deserve. Give your team even more credit than they deserve. Start building them up, and they will hold you up. This is how it works. So stop taking credit for something that's not yours. The next thing that your staff really wish you would do is they wish you were a member of the No Nonsense Leadership Academy, where you will learn the soft skills that are rarely taught. You will learn and you will become part of a community of like-minded individuals where we, yes, me and you and our community, can discuss topics, can discuss things that may be tripping you up. So although your staff technically didn't tell me they want you to join, if you're making any of these mistakes, if you're doubting yourself, if you're just lacking a little bit of confidence, or even a lot of it, join the membership. We will fix that together. The next thing that your staff absolutely beg you to stop doing is canceling a meeting 5 minutes before it starts. Here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, you know damn well you're not going to a meeting. So cancel it in advance. Your team has a job that they need to do. Your team was hired to do something. And part of that something was not preparing for meetings that you're going to cancel 5 minutes prior to. They could be doing other productive things. So, in my opinion, canceling meetings, it happens without question. There's always, or there can always be something really important that needs your attention immediately. But I think a lot of times we can plan ahead. If you know that 1 o'clock, it's a busy time for you and there's a great opportunity that you're going to get pulled in different directions, don't set up a meeting for that time. Just respect the time of your team. Yes, you're paying them to be there. But at the same time, you still want to respect their time. You still want them to not work on preparing for a meeting that's not going to happen. There's other things that are more productive that they could be doing. Now, I assume watching a video like this, you are trying to be a more effective leader. Well, in this video, I share things that effective leaders will never do. Like ever. Get your coffee. I'll see you there.